It was a dark and stormy night in the small town of Crystal Cove. The Mystery Inc. gang, consisting of Fred, Daphne, Velma, Shaggy, and their lovable Great Dane, Scooby-Doo, had just arrived at the Crystal Cove Theater for the premiere of the new musical, Phantom of the Theater. As they entered the theater, they were greeted by the director,
Mr. Dinsdale, who was excited to have them in attendance.
Welcome, Mystery Inc. We're thrilled to have you here for the premiere of our new musical, Mr. Dinsdale exclaimed.
Fred, the group's leader, replied, "Thank you, Mr. Dinsdale. We're always happy to support the arts."
As the gang took their seats, they noticed that the theater was filled with an air of excitement and anticipation. The lights dimmed, and the show began. The musical was a hit, with the audience cheering and applauding at every scene. However, as the show reached its climax, the lights suddenly went out, and a loud scream echoed throughout the theater. When the lights came back on, the lead actress Miranda Wright was missing, and a note was left behind, signed by the Phantom of the Theater. The note demanded a ransom of $1 million, or else Miranda would never be seen again.
The gang sprang into action, determined to solve the mystery and rescue Miranda. They split up to search the theater for clues, with Fred and Daphne heading backstage, Velma and Shaggy searching the dressing rooms, and Scooby-Doo following his nose to the theater's snack bar.
As they searched, they encountered various suspects, including the stagehand, the costume designer, and even the theater's janitor. Each suspect had a motive for wanting to sabotage the show and kidnap Miranda.
After hours of searching, the gang finally pieced together the clues and discovered the true identity of the Phantom of the Theater. It was none other than Mr. Dinsdale, the director himself.
Mr. Dinsdale confessed to the crime, revealing that he had been embezzling money from the theater and needed the ransom to cover his debts. He had kidnapped Miranda to create a diversion and throw suspicion off himself.
The gang apprehended Mr. Dinsdale and rescued Miranda, who was unharmed. The show went on, and the Mystery Inc. gang received a standing ovation from the audience for their bravery and quick thinking. As they left the theater, Scooby-Doo turned to his friends and said, "Raggy, that was one Paw Some Adventure. Let's go get some Scooby snacks." The gang laughed and agreed, knowing that no matter what mysteries they encountered, they would always be there for each other.
That was one of our most challenging cases yet, but we did it.
Fred nodded in agreement. "Let's head back to the Mystery Machine and celebrate with some pizza. What do you say, gang?" The others cheered in agreement, and they all piled into the Mystery Machine, ready for their next adventure. As they drove off into the night, they knew that no matter what mysteries awaited them, they would always be ready to solve them together.